Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to the Cruise News. Now, today I have two Norwegian Cruise Line stories for you. I got a really good one, what I think is a really good one, and then I got one that's some people probably aren't going to like, and some people may not affect them at all that much. But two stories from Norwegian, and then Carnival Cruise Lines. You know what? They are just on a roll. We just have done stories about Carnival Cruise Lines, record profits. But hey, fuel surcharges are still on the table. And then today, we have a price increase, a big price increase for the Cheers package. So let's get into the cruise news. Today we're going to start off talking about Norwegian Cruise Line. As I said, I have a good one and maybe a not so good one, but we're going to start off with the good news. That way we can start off our Wednesday on a happy note. So for those of you out there that travel solo, so this is for solo travelers, you know that if you book a cruise and you're solo, in a lot of cases you are paying double occupancy. So you're paying for two people to be in a room even though you're in the room by yourself. And lately, there's been an increase in solo cruisers. It's currently estimated that about 18% of travelers travel solo. And when they looked at online searches for people that search the word solo traveling, well, that is up well over 200%. So solo traveling is becoming more and more popular. Norwegian Cruise Line knows it. They've seen it. They've had solo cabins already on their ship, but they are adding more. And they're going to add 1,000 dedicated solo cabins across their fleet of 19 ships. So beginning this week, Norwegian is going to open bookings for their solo inside, solo ocean view, and their solo balcony cabins. So you'll still be able to pick one of the categories, whichever one is your favorite, for sailings starting January the 2nd of 2024. So the bookings are going to open this week, but the sailings are for January of 2024. Now, pricing for these solo cabins, just like any other cabin on the cruise ship, is going to depend on the ship. It's going to depend on the destination. It's going to depend on the demand for the rooms, but it will be less than paying for double occupancy. Now, staying in a solo cabin is going to come with some perks. You are going to get your very own lounge area called the Studio Lounge. You're going to have to access it only with the key card. It'll have a bar in there with beer, wine. It'll have some snacks. And they will have specific activities just for solo cruisers. There is definitely a demand for solo cruising. As I said, it is becoming more and more popular. More and more people are doing it. Yeah, but right now it may only be at 18%, but that number is bound to go up as the years go forward. In Norwegian, they've heard it and they're ready to take advantage of it. I mean, I've seen comments, people saying, hey, what are you going to do for solo cruisers? What can you do for solo cruisers? Because solo cruisers don't want to pay double occupancy if they don't have to. It's an added expense, just to not have somebody in the room with you. And while this is only on Norwegian, I guarantee you the other cruise lines, they're watching. They're going to keep an eye on this. They're going to say, is Norwegian making money doing this? Are they filling up these cabins by having, 1,000 solo cabins across their fleet? And when these cabins fill up and they see Norwegians making a profit off of this, believe me, the other cruise lines, they'll fall in line. They'll get, ducks in a row, just like they always do. When one cruise line does it, usually the other follows along with it, not too far down the road. I would expect to see other cruise lines start investing more in solo cabins and it start to spread across the cruise lines. Now, that's only my prediction. There's no facts out there. No cruise line has said it. But historically, we've seen it that when one cruise line is successful with something, the others usually follow along. And anyway, it's still good news for those that want to travel solo and not pay the double occupancy rate. Now, that is the good news. Now we got the other side of the coin, because Norwegian has also made some changes to its other stateroom categories, specifically the spa stateroom category. And if you got a spa cabin on board Norwegian, that gave you access to the spa, to the thermal suite area, well, unfortunately, that is going away, because Norwegian is actually reclassifying the spa category staterooms just down to regular category staterooms. And the reason Norwegian gave for making this change is that so more people on board the ship have access to the thermal spa. So more people have access, to the spa area. But I got to ask this question. If you don't have a spa room and you want to go to the thermal suite on board a ship, you have to pay to go and do that. It's not like this is suddenly accessible to the entire ship for free. You have to pay. It came with the spa category room, but now they've done away with the spa category rooms, and it's so everybody has access, which now means doesn't everybody have to pay? But Norwegian, they put out a statement. It says, in an effort to provide more availability and access to Norwegian's Mandara Spa and Salons Thermal Suite, spa suites in the Haven by Norwegian, Spa Club Balcony, and Spa Balcony staterooms have been recategorized to traditional suites, club balcony, and balcony staterooms. This recategorization offers additional capacity in the thermal suite to all stateroom categories on board so that everybody on the ship has access. But again, if you want access, pretty sure everybody now has to pay. Now, this went into effect on the 3rd. Okay, so it just went into effect. So from this point forward, if you go on there to book a spa category in Norwegian, you won't see it there anymore. Not even available to book. Now, if you had an existing booking, it is protected. However, Norwegian does point out that they are still changing the names. So if you go and look at your reservation for an upcoming cruise, you may notice that your spa category room name has changed to a traditional name, but Norwegian says they're still protected. They also said now, while your fare is protected for anything that was booked prior to October the 2nd, look, if you make any changes, if you make a stateroom change, you make any kind of change to the reservation that adjusts the fare, how much you paid for the cruise, they said that will automatically null and void your spa privileges. So just keep that in mind as well. You make one little slip up, one little mistake, think you're protected, and it could still be gone. So 2 different kinds of stories from Norwegian today. More cabins for solo cruisers, but a reclass of cabins that takes away some privileges for those that like to stay in spa cabins. Not everybody does. Not everybody books a spa cabin, but every cruise line has them. They're on almost every cruise ship, so cruise lines wouldn't have them if somebody wasn't booking them. But you guys let me know what you think. Are you a solo cruiser excited that Norwegian has more cabins available? Or do you like to book the spa cabins and maybe you're a little disappointed that you're no longer going to have access to that with your cabin purchase? And finally, Carnival Cruise Lines. We have a price increase from Carnival Cruise Lines. Now, I just kind of want to set this stage for you again. So just a couple of days ago, we talked about Carnival's 3rd quarter profits. Record-breaking profits of over $1 billion. That's how much they put in their pocket. That's after expenses, after they paid back on their debt, $1 billion. Well, right after that, here we are today, and guess what? We have a price increase. A price increase for the Cheers package. So the drink package is going up on the ship, and it's going up by $10 per person per day, plus you still have your 18% gratuity. But wait, there's more, because this isn't for every cruise. Yep, it's not for every cruise out there. It is only for cruises that are 5 nights or less. So if your cruise is longer than 5 nights, there is no price increase on your Cheers package. But if you are going out for a weekend cruise, doing a 3, a 4, or a 5 night cruise, you are going to pay $10 more per person just to get the drink package. So it goes into effect December the 1st, 2023. Currently, if you pre-purchase the Cheers package, it is $59.95 per person per day, plus the 18% gratuity. If you wait and purchase it on board the ship, it is $64.95 per person per day. That's all voyages right now. After December the 1st, on short voyages, if you pre-purchase the Cheers package, it will now be $69.95 per person per day, plus the 18% gratuity. And if you wait and purchase it on board the ship, $74.95 per person per day, plus the 18% gratuity. And remember, all adults over the age of 21, if one person in the cabin purchases it, all the adults in the cabin are also required to purchase it. So that's a pretty big price hike. $10 per person per day. Two people, let's just say you and one other person in your cabin, you both want the cheer package on a 5-night cruise. That's a pretty, $20 a day. That's a big hike. That is a big hike. And instead, it's only on short cruises, 5 nights or less. Now, this new pricing, while it's only on cruises beginning December the 1st, 2023 and beyond, all right, you can still purchase the current Cheers price all the way up to October the 8th. So just a couple more days. The new pricing, when you go online to book it, does not go into effect until October the 9th. So if you want to book the Cheers package for an upcoming short cruise, you want to get the $10 less price, gotta book it now. So, price increase right after record profits. Come on, Carnival. Why a price increase? And why only on short cruises? Now, if you go look at the comments under some of these stories, there is speculation. Let me say this is only speculation. Carnival didn't say any of this. But people are out there saying, well, maybe it's because, shorter cruises have that booze cruise stigma that kind of go with them. A lot of drinking, a lot of heavy drinking. Maybe this price increase is to help deter that a little bit. You can't have bottles of liquor sent to your cabin on board Carnival on a short cruise anymore, only on long cruises. Now, if you want the Cheers package on a short cruise, the price has gone up, but not on a longer cruise. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, Carnival didn't say. That is pure speculation. You guys kind of have to let me know what you think. Why do you think Carnival has only raised the rate on short cruises only? And how do you feel if you enjoy taking, short cruises? Maybe you can't get away for a week at a time, 10 days, 14 days at a time. You only can do these short weekend type cruises and you like the Cheers package. How do you feel about paying $10 more per person per day? Now, just to kind of round up Carnival a little bit, they also are still having website problems. They did that software update a couple weeks ago now. We did a video about it, warning people that it was coming. Said, anytime they do this, it usually glitches. Well, Carnival, they're still glitching. They're still having issues. They're still having problems. So John Heald over on his page did mention that if you want to take advantage of this Cheers thing, you want to get it before the deadline at the current low price, you have to go onto your cruise planner and do it. He said, don't call it in. They're having too many issues, problems and stuff, I guess, with the interface on their end. So just be aware. Try to do it through your cruise planner first because the website is still not 100% back up and functional. And that's going to be our cruise news for you today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.